All right, everybody. Dave from Science Lab. Welcome back. We're going to go round two today. So if you saw the first video, if you haven't, go back, check on my page. These videos are me kind of trying to sort through and cut down my PC. And so first video was the Hakeem Olajuwon. We're going to follow it up now with actually my favorite basketball player probably of all time, Charles Barkley. So as you can see, my Zion case, I'm moving things out of the old shoe boxes into this. Got my Hakeem cards from the other video in there. So fine, it's not an empty case now. It's going to start taking shape. So let's jump in. Charles Barkley. Here we go. So, of course, first up, 84 star, his XRC, a card. I've owned several of these over the years. Like, one of my big desires was to have a 9.5 in this card, a BGS 9.5. They're so hard to find. There's just not a lot of them. And I was just never really willing to pay the premium it took to get them. And I don't know... I don't know what it'll take now to get one. And as I talked about with Hakeem, there are, I care more about the autographs, I think, than I do the base cards for basketball anyway. So based on that, I have a PSA 610 Barkley autographed star rookie. So my choices are keep the base cards or the autographs. And as you saw in the Hakeem video, I also have an 84 star Hakeem signed. It's also 610. So based on that, I'm going to let the star 9 go. I'm going to keep the auto. So then, of course, similar decision, 86 Fleer. I've got a PSA 10. This is a card I wanted forever. Finally had gotten one a few years ago. You can tell it's because it's the old label. I love this card. But again, in basketball specifically, I love autographs more. They're just more... They really are just more rare for the most part. And so this is your old blue label, which actually I think PSA is now going back to. But 86 Fleer, PSA 10 out, autograph in. Next, and I talked about this theme before. There's something that I was sort of chasing with all these NBA guys from that mid-'80s era. I wanted to do sort of the PSA 10s of all of their Fleer stuff. So we'll come back to these autograph ones in a second. But I wanted to kind of get, the run of these. Like, I don't know, 8 or 10 years of PSA 10s of these guys. Because I just think it's cool to see the different card designs. And, after 88, they really start coming down in price for most of them in PSA 10s. The 88s aren't too bad. It's the 87 regulars are the tough ones. And there's just a space constraint, right? There's no, as of yet, I do like some of the display mechanisms that are out there. But at the end of the day, it's tough to have 15 or 20 cards of each PC guy in your collection, I think. And I have a lot of PC guys that have collected for a long time. And so I just think now's a good time for me to decide if I'm not going to keep the 8610. This 87 Fleer sticker is like a pop 10 or something, I think. I used to have 2 or 3 of them. Down to my last one. these cards in PSA 10 are cool, but you know, they're not that rare at this point. They're really not that expensive. If there are low pops on any of them, all it takes is a big sub to change that up. And so anyway, I need the space, so that's 6 Barkleys that do not make the cut. On these, I'm torn of what to do because, again, I love autograph cards. These are 2 you don't see signed that frequently. And so I think as we go through this process, some of it's easy for me to justify getting rid of, some of it's harder. So for the moment, I'm actually going to keep these in because Barkley, again, is my favorite player. I think these cards look great, autographed. And so for the moment, I'm going to keep these. And who knows, maybe I'll look to try and build out an autograph version of his first kind of 4 or 5 years of Fleer cards. Not sure. Anyway, moving on. Your 92 Skybox Olympic team. This is my favorite version of the Dream Team cards, but I actually have a set of PSA 10s that I'm putting together on those. I'm almost done. I think I'm down to the last one guy that I need now, maybe 1 or 2 guys. Anyway, so that'll make this a dupe, so it does not make the case. I always thought these were cool, the 92 Topps Archives gold with the little embossed archives thing on there. They're not super plentiful. Again, when I was in the mood of like keeping a bunch of like what I thought were cool Barkley cards, this would have made the cut, obviously. But at this point, when I've only got X number of slots in a Zion case, this one won't make it. 96 Skybox credential or EX2000 your credentials. This is another one. I'm gonna maintain some themes still in my PC. So I had the Akeem. It's in a 9. Barkley also in a 9. To be honest, if I could downgrade these things to 8s, I probably would. I haven't seen them enough, and I didn't want the raw card versions. This was one that I graded myself, I think. Anyway, cool card. Because it fits with the theme of a particular card that I like, it gets to stay. All right, next up, this is another theme I thought about chasing. I may come back to it, but for now, I love the Topps Chrome refractors. I have a 96 Topps Chrome refractor set, which obviously includes the 2 Barkleys from that. So I'd picked these up thinking I might do the Barkley refractor subset. The more and more I think about it, I'm just not sure that that's something I'm super devoted to. So cool cards, enjoy having them, but they don't really make a long-term list. So they're going to be out. Next up, these are again just sort of cool cards that I bought for cheap. I just thought this is a neat image. It's a really simple design, cool looking card. This didn't cost me very much at all, which is why it's easy to hang on to, but I need to stop just storing everything that I buy. So cool card that someone else will get the pleasure of owning soon. Same with this one. The 98 Stadium Club pictures specifically are really, really good. And like I kind of like this one too because Shaq's in the card with him, and people remember back in that era, you know, the Lakers, Rockets would have been, and then Seattle and Utah, like those were kind of your big teams. But again, not a super expensive card, nothing in particular special about it. So unfortunately, won't make the cut. Then last group, we've got the 98 Molten Metal Fusion Titaniums and just the regular Fusion. We'll start with regular Fusion. Again, similar to the Akeem, I love these cards. And Barkley and Akeem didn't have platinum portraits, I don't think. So this is as close as you get. So I have a 9 on the Fusion as well as an 8. No reason for me to keep both. So the 8 definitely goes. The 9 sort of sits as a maybe, I guess, for the moment. Then on the titanium, I have a 9. I think this might be a pop 1, but I also have an 8 on it. I think I'm not really sure either why. Like these didn't get numbered. I still think the golds, the titaniums go for more than the regular fusions. But for now, I think, so I don't need 2, so the 8 can go. So I think the move is going to be keep my 2 9s, and that will round out my Charles Barkley PC for now. So quick recap of what we've got. We've got the 84 Star rookie autoed. We got the 86 Fleer. These two, I don't know what I'm going to do. For now, they stay just because I think they're cool, but they may, I don't know. They may not, they're very likely not to last. I'll probably look to find one of his other inserts or something that I just like to maybe replace those, since I already have the 2 rookie autos. And then credentials will definitely stay. And I suspect at one point I'll lean towards just keeping the gold on this, but for now they both stay in. So anyway, there's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be my 7 card Charles Barkley PC for now. So hope you're enjoying these, and I will see you again on the next one. Dave from Sign and Slab signing out.